I don't know about you, but trusting others has never been my strong point. In fact, I would say, as I've gotten older, my guard is not just up anymore. It's a standing fortress armed with explosives and razor wire, maybe even a moat. Trying to get in is nearly impossible, and the odds of me letting someone in are not in anyone's favor. I thought maybe today we could look at why trusting others seems to get harder over time. And if you're like me, maybe we can find some positivity and insight to help us lower our guard. Trust is one of the most tender and delicate threads that bind our relationships. It is a gift we offer to others, often in the hope that our vulnerability will be met with care and honesty. Yet, as we age, trust can feel like a fading ember, a spark that once burned bright in our youth, but now flickers cautiously in the winds of experience. As children, trust comes naturally and is done effortlessly. We enter the world with open hearts, believing in the goodness of those around us. This unconditional trust fuels our relationships with family, friends, and society at large. It allows us to imagine a world where everyone has our best interests at heart, and where betrayal is an unthinkable concept. This innocence is not naivety, but rather a reflection of our limited exposure to the complexities of human nature. At that stage, our trust is a blank canvas, eagerly awaiting vibrant strokes of connection and care. As we grow older, the unwavering trust of childhood begins to wane. Life, with all its unpredictable twists, often introduces us to disappointment, betrayal, and heartbreak. Maybe a close friend shared a secret that we entrusted them with, or our partner's actions contradicted their promises. Each instance chips away at the foundation of our trust, leaving us more hesitant to let others in. The more we experience, the more we realize that our relationships are fraught with imperfections. We learn that not everyone shares our values or intentions. This growing awareness acts as both a shield and a barrier, protecting us from further hurt, while potentially isolating us from meaningful connections. In adulthood, trust is no longer offered freely. Instead, we begin to evaluate those who seek entry into our inner world. We analyze behaviors, sift through intentions, and weigh past experiences before allowing someone to get close. While this cautious approach can safeguard us, it is not infallible. Even after careful consideration, people can still let us down, reinforcing our fears and deepening our trust issues. So why is trusting someone so challenging? The difficulty in trusting others is often rooted in our desire to protect ourselves. Every betrayal or disappointment becomes a lesson, a reminder to tread carefully. Over time, these lessons accumulate, creating a narrative that the world is unsafe and that others may ultimately fail us. This narrative, though understandable, can stifle our ability to form deep and meaningful connections. Additionally, trusting someone requires vulnerability and a willingness to let our guard down. But by acknowledging that we need to be vulnerable, we also acknowledge the risk of being hurt. For many, this vulnerability feels like too great a gamble, especially if past experiences have left scars. For those struggling to trust others, it's important to remember that while trust may feel fragile, it is not irreparable. Rebuilding trust is a gradual process, one that begins with self-awareness, patience, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. The foundation of trust lies within you. When you trust your own judgment and your ability to navigate challenges, the fear of betrayal diminishes. Remind yourself that no matter what happens, you are capable of handling it. Trusting yourself is the first step toward trusting others. If trusting someone fully feels overwhelming, begin with small steps. Trust doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing endeavor. It can grow gradually through consistent and positive experiences. Express your feelings and boundaries. Let others know what trust means to you and why it may be difficult. Honest communication can pave the way for understanding and mutual respect. Remember that no one is flawless, and expecting perfection from others sets the stage for disappointment. Recognize that trust is not about finding someone who will never make mistakes, but about finding those who are willing to acknowledge and repair their missteps. While it can be challenging to place your faith in others, remember that you are your own constant. Throughout life's trials and triumphs, you've been there for yourself, weathering storms and celebrating victories. You are the one person you can always rely on. You are the one who will never abandon you. This self-trust is a wellspring of strength. It empowers you to face the world with courage, even when others falter. And while trusting others may feel risky, it is also an opportunity to deepen your connections and enrich your life. Not everyone will earn your trust, but those who do will remind you of the beauty of true connections. In the end, trust is not about avoiding hurt, but about embracing life with an open heart, knowing that you have the strength to overcome whatever comes your way.